mama. She's just watching me brush my hair. I love that. So today's gonna be a pretty chill day. It's just gonna be me and my Aria. I got water with sea salt here. She's very vocal now. If she needs milk still, by the time I'm up and ready, of course I'll give her milk first. And then mommy's gonna have her coffee, right? You're gonna let mommy have her coffee? I really need this coffee though. We're gonna go to the park. I always walk with her at least once a day. I have to edit so much. We'll see when we get to that. That's the hard part. It's like, sometimes creating content is not the hard part. It's the editing, especially when you have a baby. I cut my hair, by the way. I cut my own hair. I followed a Brad Mondo tutorial. I'll link my video down below because I filmed it cutting it for TikTok. It was scary, but I don't regret it whatsoever. I feel like I'm giving Rachel from Friends vibes today with the shirt and my hair. I've always admired her cuts, her fashion, everything, everything. The character of the show. I love Jennifer Aniston, but I'm talking about more like the character of the show. Café. I always say, café, cafecito, cafecito. And she knows what that means. Look, she's looking over there. She said, you gonna make it? Any other moms have to deal with this? At first I loved it. But she has long nails that I cut almost every other day, every 2 days. Bless you. And they're still long and sharp. The sun is coming out. It's ready to play. It's ready. It's ready. It's ready to play. This yawning is out of control. Sometimes I like these and sometimes I like these. I don't know. I can't decide. But I think I'm gonna go with this. I feel like in clear glasses, it doesn't stay hot for long. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. I give Aria a really big strawberry. This, she uses it for teething, but now she's actually biting into it because she has her first 2 bottom teeth. Coconut sugar, of course. What's left of the raw milk here from the farm that we get it from. Look, cappuccino. Simply not hungry right now, and that's also normal for you not to be super hungry when you wake up. I find that if I drink water right after with some sea salt, I don't have a headache or anything like that. Most of the time it's just that you're thirsty. So I just want my coffee because that's my ritual. And so what I've been doing, I've just been obviously having raw milk, and raw milk is very nutritious for you. I have that in my coffee. It's really good for your gut. It just has a lot of different nutrients in there. And I also add butter or coconut oil to my coffee, and that way it's a bulletproof coffee. A bulletproof coffee is something that's going to actually fill you up like if you were having a meal, not the same, but still give you some good fats to start your day with. Even though it's in your coffee, it's like the coffee itself is enriched and boosted with this good stuff for you in the morning. So I'm gonna add butter and a little bit of cinnamon. Let me tell you, this is the best thing. This is the best thing ever. I wanna walk every single day and then slowly work up to get working out again. I'm waiting for my sister to get situated with her job here because she moved from Florida. And now I got a bestie here. I mean, she my bestie. My husband's my bestie. My mom's and my pops is a bestie. But your sister is like the bestie. But I'm waiting for her to get situated in her job so that we can go and start taking Pilates and yoga classes. I'm excited because I love classes. I need the guidance. I need the motivation. I need the competition, even though probably the competition is just gonna be in my head. But I like that. I like that stuff. Also, dance classes are a must, but I feel like I can't do dance yet unless I stretch out and I warm my body up because, man, it's been a minute. I feel like I'm rusty. Totally forgot. I'm also adding some collagen from Thrive Market. This is really good for you in your coffee. You should definitely have some. This is now an official bulletproof coffee. Sun is out, the 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 sun is out. That means we're going to the park. I try to only speak Spanish to her. Sometimes the English slips. It's just, just chill for a little bit. There you go. Read your noisy books, animal. I need coffee. Noisy animal book. This right here is a delicious coffee. It is so beautiful out today. I can't wait to go outside. We just finished. She can't wait either. We just finished breakfast, but I forgot to film it because, you know, she was hungry. And when a baby is feeling emotions, drop everything. And it's all about them. So it can get chaotic. But we're good now, right? And we're gonna make smoothie and we're gonna finish your eggs and avocado. We're gonna do berries, mango, peanut butter, cacao, collagen. Sometimes I use raw milk. If I don't have raw milk, I use kefir. It's fermented milk, which basically means it's yogurt, but it's very high in probiotic yogurt. This is gonna be a crazy realization for me when I realize that Arya's gonna be talking too one day. Pretty soon too. I think I might also need to add a little bit of water though. Because if you only do kefir, or if you do too much of it, it can be a little sour. Berries. I try not to have a lot of peanut butter, but if you're gonna get peanut butter, make sure that it is 100% organic. I'm gonna do 2 scoops of collagen because the amount of smoothie that I'm making is for like 2 people. This is the Beast blender that's very popular lately. It's still plastic. It's very hard to find glass blender, but it is a different type of plastic, supposedly BPA free. But you know what? I'm not stressing about completely going plastic free, only when it comes to things that are reusable, right? But if they're not reusable, of course, I'm not gonna do plastic. But it's very hard to go 100%, y'all. The sound of the birds is so relaxing. Oh, okay, thanks. Not the car, just reminding me I'm not in a tropical forest. Okay. Oh, make sure does not go in there. I feel like Kendall Jenner right now. I absolutely suck at peeling, cutting mango, so don't come for me. Okay. This is the top, that's the blade, right? But you have the tops to actually drink from it. Each size of the blender. Perfect, I love it. Turns into like a little cantina. I was gonna say something very redundant. I was gonna say the smoothie is so smooth. There's a few things I'm looking forward to this year. Number 1, travel. A lot of travel. And not like extravagant, exotic travel. At least not this year. Maybe next year. But just going out and exploring new experiences, because being pregnant and then recovering and then having a newborn, it's a lot of just being inside, a lot of bright, cold lights from hospitals and doctors. And I mean, I went out as much as I could. Like, I still like explored somewhat, but it's not the same. We're just excited to just go back to that era of just like getting out, getting up and going. Like, we're excited to get back to that. We booked the trips that we have all the way up until her birthday trip, which is July. And after that, we have like 2 more big trips. And I mean, I don't know, like life has just been teaching us that that's really what it's about. It's about exploring and creating experiences. Like, if not, what's the point? We spend our money on travel and healthy food. That's it. But speaking of money, some ways that we're saving money this year, because hello, you know, our economy is shit and people are struggling to afford life right now. Rico. I went, because now Danny and I are on a joint account, and I was looking through the cashback rewards from his bank, and I was like, these are actually amazing. And I've tried to do like rebates and use cashback rewards in the past, and I just wasn't mature enough to like stick to it. Part of adulting is realizing that any way that you can save money it's a huge difference. She just grabs a whole piece of avocado and she eats it like that. She loves that. Learning to be intentional with like using cash back. If I'm gonna go and buy clothes, I'm gonna look at my cash back offers and see what store, if I use my debit card at, will give me cash back. Same thing with anything else. And like another thing that I want to do when it comes to clothes, since we're talking about that, I've been thrifting, but now I saw that ThredUp, which is an online thrift store, has cash back, does cash back with our debit card. So I'm like, it doesn't get smarter than that. Thrifting clothes and then getting cash back on them. Like, that's pretty smart. I really hate credit cards, okay? The only reason why you have good credit is because you either have not borrowed any money at all, which is like probably 0 credit. In my opinion, that's good credit though. That's how the system should be. Or you have 800 credit because you have so much debt that you've paid off, or that you are still paying. You're using debt. Like, the only way to get good credit is if you're using debt. And I hate that idea. Like, I really do. I think that system is effed up. Unfortunately, we have to play it, right? We have to play the game. So we were talking and we're like, why don't we do a travel credit card? And that way we get actual points back to travel again. Like, you get points for flights, and you get points on hotels, and you get points on rental cars, and then you just get points on any purchase. But then those points can travel, or those miles, not points, I'm sorry, those miles can be used to book our travels. So what we're planning on doing is the first half of the year, use the credit card for that. Obviously, we have the money already there, right? Like, that's the key, is to have the money, actual money, have the money. Use your credit card instead, pay it off. And some people say, pay little by little so that your credit actually boosts. Fine, if it's interest free, like our card is interest free until 15 months, then that's fine to do that. But if it's collecting interest, I would just pay off as much as I could. You're losing money at that point. We're gonna be using those miles to book the other last half of the year. I don't know. I think that's just being smarter than what we've done in the past. Using debt effectively and in your favor. We're using Capital One, which has the venture card that's really, really good. And even that card has cash back. So using cash back, thrifting clothes, nothing that we're doing with our food. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I can do with food that can also help. Like, I want to learn how to make my own kefir. I want to learn how to make our own fermented cabbage, like kimchi or sauerkraut. This year, I really want to like focus on like homesteading, even though I live in an apartment. Like, you can homestead in any way. And what that basically means is just like grow what you can on your own, or make what you can on your own. That's really what I view the definition of homesteading. So, and that's important in this economy. It's really how we should have been doing things for a very long time. But we're not taught that growing up here, unless you grow up in the country. You don't want more? We've always bought in bulk, but actually doing it even more so, doubling down on that. If we can buy the food for the entire month, or at least a little over half the month, that would save a lot of money, not only on gas, but time Time is money, money is time. And on even prices. Sometimes when you buy in bulk, you get it for cheaper. And a lot of people don't understand that, but they're afraid of it because they're like, they see so much money up front. But if you look at the numbers, if you look at the amount per pound, per ounce, per liter, like, it can make a difference. That's why I feel like shopping at places like Costco are important, but also shopping directly from farms in bulk, because just the quality is better too. And I think when it comes to food, it's like quality also determines the price. Even if you have to pay a little bit more, you are winning in the back end because it's your health. And yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any tips on how to save more money this year? I feel like just getting together with your family, with your partner, writing everything down, budgeting everything out, knowing where your money is going is the first thing. But we've already done that, and now it's just about like, what can we do extra, or what haven't we done that we're not thinking about. So that's what's been the focus this year. That's what's gonna be the focus this year. I'm so excited for her birthday though. It's all booked and ready. We just gotta work out the little details. We really just want her to be in nature for her first birthday. I don't really like birthday parties, especially when they're super little. When they're older and they can actually play around with other kids, then yeah. But when they're so little, I feel like those birthday parties at home are like more for the adults, and I just want to avoid that. So we're going to a whole nother state, staying out in nature, and just, yeah, she loves nature so much. She loves being outdoors so much, and I just want to continue that. But I'm so excited for her theme. She is a little old mess of like avocado, egg, and strawberry, and I absolutely love it. Okay, we gotta get ready to go to the park and clean you up. Let me tell you, leaving with like the house with a baby, it's a whole nother level of multitasking. You have to literally make sure that you think of everything that they need. I feel like Mr. Rogers right now changing shoes. That's what I just thought about. I've had this breakout here since we went out. I don't know when it was to eat. That happens sometimes, which is something I want to talk about in this vlog. Eating out. So we're gonna go to the park first, then grocery shopping. Okay, let's go. But going out to eat. So I actually talked about this on a live that I did on Instagram, but I wasn't able to save it. So I don't know. I want to touch on this again because I feel like it's something that a lot of people don't talk about. People who you see who eat healthy, right? Like they eat healthy. They're known for talking about health and wellness stuff, what's clean and what's not on social media, right? Like you hear those people all the time, but you don't ever see them like eat out somewhere that they're not supposed to, or eat something that they're not supposed to. And I don't know if it's because they don't share it, but for me personally, I've enjoyed once in a while sharing when I do go out and I'm not necessarily stressing out about what I'm putting into my body. And I think that that's important because in today's world, we have to enjoy our life. Like we can't, like if I was on a farm, on a ranch, 80 acres, I got everything I need, I will be just fine doing that, being there, just fine, right? I won't have to go anywhere, no winery, no distillery, no brewery. I'm there. I have all the land, I have the space to like literally create any experience I want, and then just like travel, right? Save those leisure activities for travel. But we're not there, right? We live in an apartment, and even if we did, we'd be living like even if we like lived in a house, we'd be living in the suburbs, and it's just always so like it feels like there's always something going on, and we can't always drive far, we can't always go on a trip every time we want to do something for fun. So Austin is a very fun city. There's a lot to do, but one of the things is distilleries, breweries, and wineries, and I love doing that here because it's out in the hill country, which is absolutely beautiful. Well, another thing that we do besides actually like going out to eat and drink is hiking. Like we do a lot of outdoor activities. We prioritize that over anything else. So when we go out to eat, we actually try to stay within that same like trend of being in nature, you know, and as close to nature as possible. So we love wineries, distilleries, and breweries because of it. We don't go to bars, we don't go to clubs. And if we hear of a restaurant that is organic, seed oil free, we're there and we go give them business. But for the most part, like, if we're out and it's an experience, like being out in the country and there's a food truck and it's a distillery, which is drinking, which we don't really do a lot of ever, but if it's a winery, like, you will see me have one cocktail, you will see me have one wine, because why? I do this once a month, and not even sometimes, like, it's not something we do a lot. I've put in a lot of work over the years to cleanse my body of toxins, and actually when I eat like something that's out of my clean eating habits, I can feel it. Like, I feel it. So I don't choose to go out lightly. Like, I don't choose where I eat lightly. I really care about eating like quality food. Even if it's not organic, I'm not stressing. Is it quality, you know? And also, if I'm having a good time with the people that I love, creating experiences, and I'm surrounded by what I love, like nature and just a view, and it's just a new experience, or I'm experiencing a new culture, I'm gonna have fun, and I'm not gonna be worried about if the eggs are pasture raised or if they're using canola oil, because it's not going to be often. So I do share it because I want people to know that I'm not out here stressing and not literally doing anything, just staying within four walls so that I eat clean. You know what I mean? That's like not realistic, but I also don't want to share too much of it. Like, I don't want it to be the point of my social media, because if people are really trying to start this journey about eating healthy, I don't want to create any temptations, and I don't want to create any confusion, because I've put in the work for a very long time. I'm not like feeding into a bad habit, because it's not a bad habit of mine to go out. If it's a bad habit of a person to go out a lot to eat and drink, I don't want that to confuse them. You know what I mean? So yeah. Also, a good rule of thumb is that if you prioritize nature most of the time, like to go out, like to enjoy yourself on a weekend, most of the time you'll find yourself in healthier circumstances, because when you're out in nature, you're gonna have to probably pack a lunch, or you're gonna be physically active in some capacity, or you're getting sun, so like you are doing something healthy. She's over here just, Mama, we're almost there, we're almost at the park. I promise. She's like, you're lying to me. You've been saying that we've been close for like 10 minutes now. She's not used to like not having me in the back, so this is why she's usually super quiet. I think stressing about being completely perfect is a lot worse for your health than one time or twice a month treating yourself. You know what I mean? But this is why I have this breakout though, because I did have birria tacos this weekend, and they were pretty oily, and so like I do suffer consequences, and I know it. So that's why I don't go hard. I don't overdo it, you know, when I do go out. And I'm very grateful for where I live, because Austin has a lot of good healthy options. She's already asleep. I've been walking every single day with her, because during postpartum, you're home a lot. You're not moving as much. You're like bending at the hip and doing the same motions over and over again. And I feel like that was ruining my hips. Like, I felt my hips just hurt. And it is because your body relaxes. Your body releases relaxins after you give birth. So you have to work 10 times harder to get your elasticity back, your joints back to where they, you know, can just work and function like it got oil in them, you know? So I'm making it a point to just move every single day. And then once I feel like I'm ready, I will actually start working out. But right now I am just trying to get to a point where I am back in motion, which is so important. Every time I come to this park, I just can't wait until she's walking. And all the trails here in Texas have like all the hiking areas, and the trails in Austin have like off trails as well. And I just can't wait to like explore with her. But just her crawling already at 7 months is such a big relief, because while I was getting everything ready to leave the house, she was crawling. Hi, Mama. She's up. I love you. I love you. Stretching. I'm trying to get better at stretching, so that's what I'm doing. Hi. Wow. I can't like actually relax as if Danny was here, because she's moving around a lot. And I gotta keep my eyes on her at all times, because there's weirdos out here. Right, Mama? La hierba? La boca no. La boca no. No, la boca no. You can smell it. Mmm, qué rico, lelo. This is the camera that we use for her home videos. You know, we try not to film on the phone the stuff that she does. We started off as that, but like sometimes it's still hard to like avoid it, because we have to send videos to my in-laws of her. But the important things, we only capture it on this. I'll leave it down below linked on Amazon. It's a really good camcorder, so light, and the quality is like the early 2000s, but still high HD quality. Let's go to Natural Grocers. I just went to Natural Grocers. We're gonna do a haul. So I got hand soap. This brand I absolutely love. I have their body wash and their lotion. I would compare it to Dr. Bronner's soaps and their brand, but it's actually way cheaper, and I find that it leaves less residue. It really moisturizes without leaving any irritation. I got apricot and vanilla and lavender and coconut for bathroom and kitchen. And then I got Humble deodorant. I've actually never tried it. I'm gonna try it today. I usually use Native, anything that's aluminum free, you know, because that's just what's the most important for deodorants, but I'm gonna try it. Then I got Himalaya Baltonique toothpaste. This toothpaste is really good as well. For me, the most important in toothpaste is that it's fluoride free, but it also is SLS free, gluten free, and carrageenan free. So I got a Cure, and I love this brand. It's really good skincare, really good shampoo and conditioner too. But the only thing I needed really was like a scrub. So I got Incredibly Clear Charcoal Lemonade facial scrub. I'm excited to try this. And they're so affordable. I love them. Simple ingredients is all I care about. Then I got sea salt, Celtic sea salt. And this one I have never heard before, but as long as it's Celtic sea salt, it's good. But it was actually cheaper than all the other ones that like they sell. So I put this in my water to bring back the minerals to the purified water that I drink. Because when we purify water, it gets rid of all the good minerals, and we need that. So this actually, putting it in your water will really hydrate you, like actually hydrate you. So I recommend getting a Celtic sea salt, but if you find this one, it's way cheaper than all the other ones. And it's supposedly from the French Celtic. Fancy. Then I got coconut sugar because I don't have regular sugar. I don't have stevia or monk fruit. I've always done coconut sugar, and it has always done me good. I usually get my eggs at the farmer's market, but I go to Natural Grocers because it's probably the only store that exists in this country that you can get eggs for $5.99 if you're a member of the rewards program. And it's not a credit card program. It's just straight rewards. All you got to do is sign up with your phone number, and you can get eggs for $2 off everywhere, like compared to everywhere in the freaking country. So I love that about natural grocers. It's probably what keeps me, you know, going back. Anyways, please let me know if you have a natural grocers in your state, because I will definitely go into the store and do a video like I've done for other stores. I'm exhausted. So I don't want to turn on the light because it's late. But after 5 o'clock, it kind of just turns into any household, you know, like daddy comes home, we get to play as a family, we catch up about our day or about anything. We make dinner, we do bath time, story time, bedtime, wind down time, which is what I'm doing. I am actually done with the book that I was reading earlier, and now I'm reading Colleen Hoover's Too Late. It's supposedly one of the only psychological thrillers that she's done. So I'm honestly loving it so far. It is a very sexy, hot story, and it's already giving me the butterflies. I like it so far. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.